Deer is going around saying, I'm the biggest deer, I'm going to be banging the hottest chicks. He's saying that, but I guess if he doesn't get the hottest chicks, maybe he's not like bumming so bad. He's like, I have what I have, I will fight that other buck and show them that I'm the strongest. The human says, I have what I have, it's not enough, so I'm going to get wasted because I can't face the fact that it isn't enough. You know, I can't understand that there isn't something that has to be enough. I can just be what I am, and it's enough. You know what I mean? So yeah, the animals don't think, they probably aren't like going through that. They're just going, if I lose, I lose. I walk off defeated. I'm not going to get wasted. I'm just not the buck I thought I was. I don't know. I like animals a lot. It gets to be weird, you know, when you see dogs on the street or something that are with somebody, that you're like attracted to them and you go over and pet them and everything, but you're like not that interested in humans, you know what I mean? Like if you see a dog in a little store, you're like, oh, look at that dog. You know, if I see like, you know, 40-year-old dude, I'm not like, look at that 40-year-old guy, how cool, you know? You know, but yeah, I love them. Horses, goats, they are cute. When you ask me about the environment, I don't know enough about it to say if I'm doing the right thing or if we're headed downhill or if all these things that we're trying to do as a society are really going to help it or if it in fact needs help at all. Because, you know, you hear this and then you hear the opposite, and I don't know who's telling the truth or whatever, you know. Like they say the sun, you know, the sun is only not even halfway through its life and it's like 100 trillion years old. It's like, it freaks me all out. My mind can't take in all the information from so many different satellites as to what needs to be done and where things are going, what has gone, you know. You're talking about global warming, and yes, just without Al Gore or anybody, I feel it's changing in Vermont. I feel that, but I'm 49. The goddamn moon is 1 billion years old, man. I just read, more than 1 billion. So when I get right down to it, I can't say, you know what? Yeah, we should have electric cars. Well, first of all, I don't know if electric cars are the answer either. You know, I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know. Do I try to do the things that I think are best for the earth? Yeah. Do I try to do all of them that I know are best? No, I don't. No, I fail. I fly. I go to see my sister. Can you ever see the stuff coming out of those planes? You know. All you can do, I believe, is find your happy medium and try to do a little bit more. There's certain things I can handle, and knowing a ton about the environment and a ton about politics and a ton about certain things I can't handle. Can I handle doing Meals on Wheels once a week? Yes. Do I do it? Yeah. Can I handle going in and playing for the nursing home people? Yeah, I do those things, but it's nowhere near enough. But it's got to end. This is going to end at some point. Then what, I don't know, but it is going to end. So maybe this is the beginning of it, maybe it's in the middle of it, maybe this is the last day. You know? Well, really? The odds of there being greater shit than this, in my mind, are slim to none. So if I die, you want to be going, that poor bastard is pissed right now. You know, I have it here. It's like this freaking white light of joy, man. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I don't care if I don't get the part in the play. I don't care. You know, that doesn't mean anything. Just walking around, being healthy, and my friends and family being healthy. It cannot get any better. I got this body. Look at, holy crap! Look at what the arm can do. What the freaking hell could be better? I can't even believe the shit that can do. That, if you start thinking about it, will freak you out. How can it be better than that? Unless you're just some spirit floating. And I can't guarantee that that's going to be great. So it's just, right now, I don't see how it can get better. I don't see how it could. Well, I don't know right now, you know. I don't know what God is. I don't know. I don't know. I knew earlier in my life, I did. Grew up in the church. I believed on Christmas Eve that, you know, those dudes years ago were walking to see that little baby. I believed it. Like nothing, nobody's business. So, but now I haven't taken time to investigate if I believe that so clearly. So God, yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, there's Buddhists, and there's Catholics, and there's Jews, and Protestant, and there's all these things saying the same thing in different ways. But they don't say the same thing, you know. So religion, and I don't know, it's all how can we be right and they're wrong, you know, all this violence and shit. So it's over God. Am I correct? I mean, yeah, so if there was one, why would he let that be going on? Well, he would, because that has to go on, you know. There has to be that conflict to have all this other stuff. So, you know, let other people do that. I'll just go over there and pet the cat, keep track of the treats, make people laugh. You have to find simplicity, you know. So I don't know. When you find out if there's God, you tell me.